I'm excited to hear that you're interested in taking a journey to do a profit first assessment and QuickBooks setup with our company, Reconciled Solutions, for a total cost of $1,299. So you're new in business and you want to get this going and not quite sure how best to do it. I wanted to tell you what's included in that $1,299 fee for the QuickBooks setup and profit first assessment. This product is for people that are new in business and to help you kind of get off on the right footing, but understanding that you're a do-it-yourselfer, that at this stage in your business, you're unable to support the cost of hiring a bookkeeper on a regular basis. You want to try to manage those financials on your own until a point in which you grow some more revenue in the business. So this is a 6-step process, and I'm just going to go through the 6 steps that are included. The first thing that happens is we do the QuickBooks setup. We're not going to just do the basic QuickBooks setup. We are going to do this with our Reconciled Solutions chart of accounts, which has been adapted so that it works well with profit first users. So some of the key things that are important to us is that we're able to separate your productivity costs from your general and administrative costs, from your payroll costs, from your occupancy costs. We need to have those 4 categories in there. And as far as revenue is concerned, we want to understand the different streams of revenue in your business and make sure that we're matching them up correctly to the cost of goods sold so that you can see a gross margin per different silo of income. So those are things that happen in that setup process. You will be interviewed about what your company is like. That'll be a video interview, and we'll just ask you some questions about your go-to-market approach. So that's step 1. Step 2 is that we are going to do an educational piece. So the educational piece is just a tutorial on showing you around QuickBooks Online so that you can self-manage your file. So we will go through some of the basics, and you will be working with an advanced QuickBooks Pro Advisor, which is a wonderful certification, highly qualified individual. And they'll show you around, give you some logistics in QuickBooks Online, and show you some basic things. We're going to make sure all your banks and credit cards are hooked up to the QuickBooks account and that transactions are coming in. And the next thing that we make sure is that you know how to categorize your bank feeds and which categories things go to. And then we additionally want to make sure you know how to run reports so you can look at the performance of your organization. So those are the things that happen in that one-on-one training for QuickBooks Online. The next thing that happens is we get started in the profit first process. So now you've got a QuickBooks file, it's got some data in there, and we're able to start making some calculations. If there's enough transactions so that we need to do a profit assessment to see what percentages you are at currently in your business, we'll do that. However, if this is a brand new business, that's okay too. What we would do in that instance is set you up with the profit first criteria that you'll see in the book that shows that 50% of every dollar of real revenue goes to the owner's pay, 15% to tax, 30% to OPEX, and 5% to profit. So if that's the case, we would kind of explain how that works to you and set you up to be able to use that system. If you do have numbers that we need to analyze, then we'll ask you to fill out a profit assessment, an instant assessment on your own. And what will happen is from that, then we'll schedule a 20 to 45-minute meeting with a profit first professional where we can go through any questions the profit first professional might have, or you can ask any questions about things you might not understand, like which number goes in which box on the form. Okay, so that usually takes about 20 to 45 minutes. And then the last step of this is that the Profit First professional will go back, crunch numbers, take a look at things. About a week later, you would have a second meeting with your Profit First professional, and this is going to be your last meeting in the process. They will set you up with an 18 to 24-month rollout plan, show you how to do those allocations on the 10th and the 25th, and just kind of give you a sense of what it's like to operate Profit First in your business on a day-to-day basis. So that's everything that's included in the $1,299 price, and it should set you up for permanent profitability. I look forward to the journey.